once you get back, to Washington, we've only got a few weeks before you adjourn again. What, if anything, can you do to push this?
Well, this is a prime opportunity. The next 3 weeks, September, will really define the Democrat Congress as either the greatest do-nothing Congress in American history or as one that actually listens to the American people about energy. Two things that can happen, very positive. One, bring the American Energy Act to the floor by itself, a clean up or down vote, let democracy work. Secondly, allow the moratorium on offshore drilling around most of the coasts in America to expire, allow us to begin that process. Both of those will send a very strong signal, I think, to the world that America's serious about taking more responsibility for our own energy.
Either one of you think the convention and the people chanting, drill, baby, drill, think that'll have any impact?
I think we had a good convention. I applaud Senator McCain's choice of vice presidential nominee. I think Sarah Palin has energized his ticket and energized our people back home. And I think it is going to, and after all, she's from Alaska, it's going to energize this debate to the fact that we need all the above again. And we do need to drill our natural resources in this country and not import it from other countries that, again, don't have our best interest at heart. And when we start to do that and signal that to the markets will respond. And the price of gas and the price of oil will start to come down. But we have to show the world that we are serious about this before they're going to respond in that fashion.
You said that you talked to your constituents and they were hurting. I know the first thing the other side's going to say is drilling won't ease their pain anytime soon.
And that's a great, there have been a lot of red herrings and a lot of fallacies thrown out in this debate. I think any expert on energy will tell you that the day Congress lifts the moratorium, which is a significant act on the part of Congress, that the markets will respond to that because they know there will be an increase in supply on the global market. And global markets respond to that. And that's the real answer. We got a supply and demand issue. China and India are going from bicycles to cars. The demand has outpaced the supply. And when you have that, the price goes up. We need to increase the supply of all forms of energy in the United States, including oil and gas, if we want to truly be energy independent from the rest of the world. And I think that's what needs to be done.
What can my readers, your constituents, do to help this process along? Is there anything that you can do?
I think the American public continues to tell Speaker Pelosi that they respectfully that they want and demand a straight up or down vote on energy exploration. And I think if they let their members of Congress, House and Senate, know that they want that moratorium to expire, that we begin really the common sense approach. Use less energy, find more sources here in America. Use less energy, find more sources. And part of those sources are lying in abundance off our coasts and in Alaska.
I think just to follow up on that, I've been urging my constituents to call Speaker Nancy Pelosi directly, to call her office. I know that since we've started this debate and this revolt, if you will, on the House floor, that she's been getting a lot of calls. And I think a lot of her colleagues, Democratic colleagues, are getting a lot of calls from their constituents who are angry and want something done in the Congress. And I think it's having some impact. And I'm hopeful that when we get back up there, we'll have a true bipartisan bill we can vote up or down on. Remember, this bill, the American Energy Act, is truly a bipartisan bill. I mean, one thing that's not talked about is a portion of the royalties from offshore drilling go to a renewable trust fund to advance the cause of alternative energies. And that has broad, base support on both sides of the aisle. It's just we have one member of Congress who will not allow an up or down vote on this.
Right now, two things have happened: the introduction of the American Energy Act and the discharge petition to allow us to vote on a number of issues, which is the only way the minority party can get a vote on the House floor. There are some Democrats who strongly support more exploration, but they have been reluctant to cross any party lines to do that. I think they may pay a pretty stiff price for doing that.